Well, hello, everybody. Welcome, welcome, welcome. This is Stephen Wicks. I'm the founder of BlackBusinessList.com. And now it's time to meet one of our members. Of course, you know how we do it. We always introduce our members to the group, and we're trying to build this amazing group of entrepreneurs. And we've got one with us today. Her name is Jannell Gasque. Jannell, how are you doing?
I'm doing well. How are you?
I'm doing great.
That's good.
So I'm interested to learn about you and your retail business. Tell us a little bit about, where you're located, where you're from, and what motivated you to start the business.
Okay, so I'm born and raised in Baltimore, Maryland. I moved to Charlotte, North Carolina in 2017. I started my business that is registered in Charlotte, North Carolina in 2018.
Okay.
And the name I Splurge is a representation of my old self. I used to be an impulse shopper, see it, want it, buy it. That's how I was for many, many years. I'm more of what I would call a simple, minimalist kind of sort of, not really person now. But my business, I was inspired to start a business just to have something, that I could call my own.
Yeah.
First and foremost, I'm a retired correctional officer. So when
Oh.
I retired in 2017, I never had plans on working for anyone else. That
Mm,
was the plan.
okay.
So that was one of the biggest reasons why I wanted to start a business. And in the first, I'll say 2 years, it was doing pretty good because I was, very much motivated. I'm still motivated, very much inspired, really pumped up. You know what I mean? Really pumped up.
Yeah.
I was back on Instagram, which is one of the biggest platforms to showcase your business.
Hmm.
So everything was really, really exciting at the time. My business has transitioned. When I started it in 2018, I started making t-shirts. Um, I've done everything by hand, created the
Mm.
designs, printed them out, used my Cameo silhouette to, get all of the designs printed out. Yeah, everything I done solo, one woman show, which is still that way to this day. So,
Okay.
yeah, it got kind of hectic after a while because, it was pretty busy, but I still was very much excited about it, very much motivated and things like that. Yeah.
Wow. Well, that's exciting and I want that to be motivational for other people to know that, you can have this, you had a career, you retired, and so you had this time and this opportunity to start something else for yourself. And I think
Right.
that's important. And that probably helps out, for those people who retire and they have like retirement income. Think about all the extra income you can have starting a business during that period of life. So congratulations to you for
Thank
that
you.
and building a legacy. Um, so tell us a little bit about this business. Like, what type of products do you have, and is it just a retail business, or do you do other things as well?
So, yes, it's just a retail e-commerce business as of now. Like I said, I started out creating t-shirts and then I wrote my first business ebook in 2019. And that is still being sold on Amazon. And if have what is it? The Kindle Unlimited, you can actually get it for free. Everything is on my website. It'll take you right there. The link will take you right there. So that was my first digital product in 2019.
Okay.
Um,
And what was that
my
book about? I'm
product,
sorry, I don't want to.
okay,
What was that book about?
is about business. Basically, just my journey in business while it was still happening.
Okay.
From the beginning. But like I said, I wrote the actual digital book in 2019.
Okay.
So yeah, it's called Superb Customer Service, and
Mm.
like for small businesses and things like that. It's You won't miss it if you click on the link for
Yeah.
my website.
Mhm.
But so as I mentioned, my product shifted. I started transitioning into like little small accessories for women. And then I created even more digital products. And I do a lot of handcrafted things as well. Like I handcraft a clutch bag. I have a couple different clutch bags on my website that are one of one. I started making some bag charms and just like I say, little accessories like necklaces. This necklace says forever natural because I'm very pro black. I'm very much into just women being their authentic natural self. That's what I represent. So yeah, things like that, encouraging words. So my website, my business is a safe space for women who are authentic and who love themselves.
Mm. I see. Wow. And what about your distribution? Like, is it solely online, or do you have your products in stores, or how does that work for you?
No, everything is solely online.
It's online. Okay, so you control the distribution, everything. So you're on Instagram, and how else are you getting the word out about it?
Well, actually, I have not been on Instagram since 2021. I kind of
Oh,
like
okay.
started to despise the whole culture of Instagram, which is really not good if you are a business owner. But then you have to remember, you're only, for me, I'm only one person. I'm not going to force myself to do things that I no longer enjoy, right?
Right.
So if I had like maybe people doing internships with my business, or if I had, let's just say, one or two employees that could actually run my Instagram page, then I would go back to Instagram. My business page is still there. It has not been active since 2021. So I showcase my business on my YouTube channel, which is Jannell's Life, and then also on my
Mm,
TikTok, which is Jannell's Life.
okay. So TikTok and YouTube, those are big platforms, though. So,
Yeah.
yeah. So for all of our members who want to follow Jannell, make sure you reach out to her. And I'm not sure if you put those links in your listing on Black Business List, but reach out to her, and I'm sure or look her up. But do they just look up iSplurge? Uh,
Yeah, so the website is ShopISplurge.com, just like you spell I splurge. And
mhm.
then for YouTube and TikTok is Jannell's Life. So my Jannell is spelled a little different. You should see it on the screen. So it's Jannell's with apostrophe S Life for TikTok and YouTube.
Okay. All right. Perfect. All right. Just want to make sure they know how to reach out to you and follow you.
Thank you.
'Cause, that's important too, because sometimes we get discouraged if we do an ad campaign, or we do an email blast or something like that, and we don't get the result that we think we should get. We have to understand that you have to meet the buyer at the right time they're ready to buy, and especially with retail, it may not be the right time, but if you stay in touch with them, if they follow you, and you constantly post, then you'll be top of mind. And then somebody's birthday might come around, or they might say, you know what, it's time for me to buy something for myself. And then you just come to mind because you've stayed in touch with them. Right. So it's really important for retail people. So, all right, BlackBusinessList.com members, reach out and follow Jannell so that y'all can get to know one another. Anything else, like, is that like the book? Do you do anything with that? Do you do like presentations, or do you do book tour? Do you?
I actually don't.
Okay.
When I first created it, I had a few people who, supported that I actually know. Oops, excuse
Hmm.
me.
Yeah.
A few people that I actually know supported me, by purchasing the book. But since then, I've wrote a memoir, and then
Oh.
I've wrote, other digital books too. I also create digital journals because I'm the type of person who was always the type that brought a lot of journals, a lot of notebooks, and I just kind of like always loved the whole digital thing. I like to read digital. I like, things like that. So I wanted to stop wasting paper, and I wanted to,
Mm.
start using my iPad till its full potential. So I started creating digital journals, digital workbooks, and things like that for all of my iPad women and girlies who love to write digital. I mean, why have an iPad and you're not using it to its full potential? And why buy $100 Apple Pencil and if you're not using it to its full potential? So,
Yes.
I started creating those things that are also available on my website. And then I am a pescatarian. This is my 11th year eating clean, my type of clean. So I created a digital, it's like a guide to teach and to help someone who doesn't really know a lot about pescatarian diet,
Mm.
to learn more about it, and to once you start to keep going. Because once I started in 2014, I have never looked back. I have given up the flesh of animals, and I am, very pro no meat life. I'm all
Yeah.
for it. So anyone that's interested in eating clean and wanting to know a lot about a healthier lifestyle. And keep in mind, I do not eat seafood every single day because I mean that's very much expensive.
Hmm.
So and I am an avid cooker. I cook almost every day. So me writing the guide is coming from someone who knows the lifestyle, who lives the lifestyle. So this is 100% accurate information. This isn't anything made up. If people watch my TikTok, they watch my YouTube, they already know that I'm an avid cooker. So yeah, it's facts. Everything in there is facts. And then my memoir is also just about my life, my journey.
Yeah. So, and you remember, I'm interested about that, because I don't know if I want to write a memoir. I've got a lot I could probably share. All the
I mean,
things.
share what you choose to share.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be. It's not an autobiography. That's a little bit more deeper. Share exactly what you want people to know.
Okay. You know what? I don't think I knew realized the difference. So the autobiography,
It's
it
a little
goes
bit more detailed and descriptive. Yeah.
okay. Interesting. Interesting. And
A
I know
memoir is like a shorter version. Yeah, like a shorter
like a
version.
condensed. Okay.
Hmm.
And up there in Baltimore, I know you the seafood. But the
Yeah, it's a big deal here. That's our culture here.
yeah, it's a big deal. Yeah. So interesting. And so that book, is that available on your website? Can you get it from
It
there? Or
is.
okay, good, good. All right. So what has been like your biggest challenges since you started a business? I think your journey is unique in that you started it after you'd already had a successful career in as a
Yeah.
corrections uh, person. I don't know if you're a corrections officer or if you just worked in.
Yeah.
Okay,
No, correctional officer, 20 years of service.
20
Yeah.
years. Oh, thank you for that. No,
Thank
that's
you.
that's some interesting work. I'm sure.
Yeah, it wasn't easy by far.
I tell you.
It teaches you a lot about people and how to deal with people, which has a lot to do with why I am who I am now, and that I'm pretty much a loner
Mm,
because that my tolerance level for a lot of things is very, very slim.
okay. Now,
Yeah.
did that have anything to do with your decision to do like a customer service book? Like it.
Well, I would say yes and no. I'm great at customer service. I'm great because we dealt with all different types of people from all walks of life each and every day.
Yeah.
People who were just visiting, contractors, things like that, lawyers, all types of professionals that some people are oblivious to. When it comes to a correctional facility, you would think certain people don't enter the facility. So I'm great with customer service because I worked on the post where I would have to check those people in. So
Hmm.
customer service is like second nature to me.
Yeah. And a lot of people are going to have to really focus on customer service because that can be the thing that distinguishes your business today, because it's going to be so easy to copy other people, like with AI and with automation, and it's like for instance, um, if you were had an idea to do a website, like, and you needed coders to do it, there's
Uh-huh.
AI that you can type in what you're looking for or what you're needing to develop, and the AI would do the code for you. And so whereas
Okay.
you had used to have to hire a team of people, you
Mm-hmm.
probably, if you know just a little bit about what you're doing, could sit there with that tool and just create the whole thing yourself, right?
Right.
So it's going to be a lot easier for people just to produce things, and they can see something that somebody else has, and then they can just produce the same thing. And so, what kind of distinguishes your thing from their thing? And customer service could be your attention to detail, your attention to making sure that you give them the best experience. That could be the thing that differentiates your business. So
Yeah, I
that
agree.
that book, I think, should be the focus of like maybe a different webinar or something you do for us, and
Yeah,
then
it could be. You're
yeah, because
absolutely
it's
right.
it's super important to have good customer service today. But
Yeah.
so tell us, like, what is some of like the biggest challenges you think you've had since you started your business? What would you think? Is it funding? Is
I
it?
would just say staying motivated, staying inspired, especially if you aren't like that much of a people's person.
Hmm.
Not really being around lots of business minded people, it can deter you at times. Like, luckily, I have a girlfriend who has two businesses, so we will always inspire each other. But I don't really know a lot of business minded people. There are plenty of people in my city who are entrepreneurs, but I'm talking about so far as me having a relationship with those people,
Hmm.
far few in between. So, yeah, I would say that is the hardest thing, staying inspired. So, if it's something that you really love, then it would be easy to be inspired. You may not be motivated each and every day, but you will be inspired because, it's fun. Like creating emails and things like that, it's fun. Creating handcrafted items for me is fun. Like, I am a creative. I've always been very creative. I always walked my own path and done my own thing. So it's fun to me. Yeah, it's not really what I would say completely easy if you're more like solo like me, but
Hmm.
yeah, it's still fairly easy.
All right. Well, let's look at some of these products here. Uh, Everyday Black Clutch, Jimbo. That's the first thing that's on the page here. I don't know if you kind of tell me where to go, if you have anything you want
Oh, you
to.
can go to the top. Oh, so that's the guide right there. If you scroll back down where you were, that's the guide
Oh,
about,
the pescatarian way of
yes,
life.
that I created. I
Okay.
had my digital artist to draw that picture for me. So yeah, I work with digital artists to, help me with my covers and things like that.
Yeah. Okay.
And then if you go back to the top and then, oh, I can, let me see something.
Okay. We got the catalog.
Yeah, catalog. Then it'll be just the drop down and then you'll see everything.
Okay. Yeah. Let's just do the first one here. Oh, that's the clutch bag here.
Yes. And that's handcrafted, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, one of one. Oops, my earring is really giving me a fit today.
Handcrafted. Wow. Now, how did you get into handcrafting things? You corrections, you don't necessarily think handcrafted items.
Right. So in life, you have to have hobbies. You have to be versatile and know how to do your own thing outside of your job. A job is just a job. You should be able to do multiple things outside of your job. So my grandmother was a seamstress. So it's
Mm,
pretty much in my blood to know how to sew. So I literally know how to sew. I taught myself how to sew. I taught myself how to create, design things for the t-shirts that I once sold and things like that because I'm
mhm.
just like a hands-on person. So yeah, it's very important to have hobbies outside of your job so that you can elevate your skills.
Yes, I agree. And so, what about this? This is gold.
Yeah, so that necklace represents, just women being authentic and being their natural self, which is not that many of us left in this era, but there are still plenty of women that embrace their natural self. So forever natural is while I, designed that necklace.
Okay, it has deep meaning. Okay,
Yeah,
yeah, I like it.
thank you.
Let's see what else. We're just going to browse. There's a couple more things here just to give people an idea about what they can. That's the book. It's available. That's the digital journal.
Yeah, and I titled that Keeping My Life Together because I feel like we can fall short. Anyone can fall short at any time, but it should not be about getting my life together. It should be about keeping my life together. So, yeah.
Mm. Yeah, my wife is into journaling, and I'm
Yeah.
so curious to know what she writes about me. But anyway, uh, like what you write about me, woman? Okay. Well, this is awesome. Thank you. We're gonna, for the members, we'll have the link to this website directly in the post so that you can browse and please shop with Jannell and
Thank you so much.
leave her a message and let her know you saw this video and connect. Like you said before, it's important for like-minded business people to have support. And so here
It
at
is.
BlackBusinessList.com, we have an opportunity to build community. And you may not have that where you are, but when we connect with each other, all of us are in business and all of us are trying to do big things. And when you're trying to do big things, you need people that are going to push you and give you the right information for your brain, right?
So true.
Because it's going to be so easy to just give up and quit. There are a lot of different obstacles, and we see that in the statistics. There's so many businesses start and then they ultimately fail within 2 years because
Yeah.
it's such a challenge. A lot of times people get money and they start a business and then they run out of money because they don't have the business to support it and they didn't get the right advice and guidance and even sometimes just like you called it motivation, but really it's about connecting with other people, the right people
Yeah. Absolutely.
that can help propel you forward. And a lot of
Yeah. And
times
take you to the next level, possibly. Yeah.
sometimes it could just be one conversation. Somebody say something, give you a piece of advice that you could, save your business. There are a lot of people who start restaurants, for example. One of their biggest expenses is payroll, right? And so they're
Mhm.
always looking for ways to get them through so that they can make payroll, so that they can pay for all the materials, the items that they have in their
GPS signal lost.
have to cook. And so when we make those connections, they make a big difference. And so I definitely want all of the members, BlackBusinessList.com members that are watching this, to reach out to Jannell and say, hey, I saw your video. Let's connect, or I bought something, or let me, share information, share your website with her. There are a lot of
Definitely.
things that can
I would
happen.
love to support. I always support Black businesses, always. So yeah.
Yeah. All right, Jannell. Well, thank you. And we'll see. Hopefully, now, are you a part of our Facebook group?
I'm not. Is the
Okay.
Facebook group the same name?
It is. It is.
Okay.
So if you, and let me see, I don't know if you said Facebook.
I
I don't
don't
know
go
if you,
on Facebook that often,
okay.
but I'm still active sometimes. So yeah, I'll join the group.
Okay. And we're going to be doing like Zooms too.
Okay.
Probably starting next week, we'll have like a Zoom, a weekly Zoom where we can all come together and kind of meet each other and communicate.
Oh yeah, that would be great.
Yeah.
That would be great. I'm definitely down for that.
All right.
Yeah, so I'll join today. Thank you so much for having me.
Absolutely. Ladies and
And
gentlemen,
have a great day.
Jannell Gasque. Go ahead and reach out to her. iSplurge, ShopISplurge.com. All right.
Yeah.
That's it for today, guys. Thank you. Thank you, Jannell.
Thank you.
All right. Take care.